We are the other Arsenal. We're taking the Pinsk. Because we're playing Volna Pinsk again in this episode. And Dynamo Minsk actually as well, but that doesn't really fit. Oh well. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome along. It's episode number 7 of the Journeyman. I'm Tony. Hope you're keeping well. As you know, we are managing Arsenal Zhezhinsk in Belarus, and I actually got myself a brand new contract off camera, so that's very exciting. We've signed another 1-year deal to keep us here and push forward and build upon what we've managed to achieve so far, which, to be honest, is going pretty decent. However, we have sort of started to hit that period where the international transfer window is open, and because we're doing pretty decent, all the vultures are circling for our players now. So I think we're on a bit of a crash course here with Kajev. He's wanted by a Russian club, so of course, as a Russian player, he probably wants to go there. So we are going to try and eke out a little bit of money. Of course, he's out of contract in the summer, as quite a lot of our players are. So we're not going to get much money for him. You've had a quick little look there. Our youth intake does not look great, because this is the sort of players that we're having to bring through from the under-19s to get around that rule of sort of playing 4 under-20s in the squad. Now, we have managed to sort of patch up the relationship with Govalenko, the goalkeeper, who got a bit miffed that we hadn't brought in another midfielder during the transfer window. He is actually happy now, despite the fact we didn't bring in a midfielder. So there you go. I think the lesson of this is just try and wait it out and hope they forget. And there's another one. So now Senko's kicking off because he wants to start playing games. This is the problem, though. Like, you know, when you start winning games, like, players are going to be like, I want to have a game. I should really be playing. And it's like, yeah, I get that. But, you know, there's certain rules where, unfortunately, we can't play it because we have to play some under-20s. But you never know. You might get a run out here. With the rematch of Volna Pinsk, the rivalry that we've created ourselves. They humbled us last time we played them, of course, as you saw in one of the previous episodes. They thumped us 3-1. But again, it's looking tasty, isn't it? Look, you know, we're sat there in second. They're third, so they're only 2 points behind us. So actually, if they do the double on us, they're going to overtake us. So that's not particularly good. And I know we were talking about being title challengers in the previous episode, but against Granite, we looked anything but title challengers, to be honest. Despite taking the lead, we then conceded this comical own goal. Hey, look at that. That's an own goals and gaffs. Spectacular if ever we've seen one. So that was within half an hour. We then went 2-0. I mean, look at them. That's 2-1. Sorry, that's a great little cutback and a sort of run behind the defender. So can't really complain there. What on earth Ruben's doing here? Just, I mean, it's dreadful defending. He's looking around, don't know what he's doing. Great ball in, and of course keeper doesn't come for it. And a very brave striker darts in there and puts the third goal in, and that's us done, to be honest. You know, we then played our next game. Kiko got on the score sheet because, of course, Brandchuk is still injured, and again just conceding goals from like bad positions where like our defenders either aren't closing down or just like allowing chances, and we need to be stopping them, to be honest, because they're daft goals to be conceding. So we need to be on our best today against Volna. This is the team sheet. Govalenko, Blinkin, Shumilov, Kurgan, Kaborda, Shiznetsky, Kabyshev, Zhukovsky, Senko gets a start after whinging, Abramovich and Kiko. So that is the team that has to do the business, to be honest, and restore a bit of pride. Mikhailchuk, of course, we know all about him in the last game where he got that hat-trick and pretty much ran the show single-handedly. So I expect a better performance from everybody today, because if we don't, that's us slipping down back into the playoff picture, which I know, you know, we'd have taken out at the start of the season, but once you get that little taste for being, you know, first and second, slipping into third it's not ideal, is it? So here's Kaiko now picking the ball up, pushing forward. Zukovsky with a ball, just lays it back. Kadorba, great ball back. Kaiko! Oh, it's offside. Oh, that would have been a brilliant start. Outstanding start there. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. Kaborda, he is off actually, to be honest. Kaborda, lovely ball and a great run by Kaiko, and then catching it on the volley to go directly across the goalkeeper. So yeah, that's a little warning shot there for Volna. We're going to do this properly, today. We're not going to lie down like we did in the last match. So we're coming for you. We're gonna give it some this match, I reckon. So yeah, very, very happy with that. Just need to really push on, to be honest, and start creating some chances. So highlight now with Volna on the ball is never a good sign. Here comes Senko though. He's going to break away. Lovely ball. Out comes Kaiko. What can he do? Oh, he's shooting from an angle. He's never going to score from there. But again, though, warms the goalkeeper's gloves. That's what we need to do. He got nowhere near the first effort. But if we can start to keep him on his toes and go, we will shoot. I know it's not great for XG if you're trying to shoot from angles like there, but it's a sign of intent, isn't it? That's what sometimes that's what you need, I think. Play looks fairly congested. Doesn't really seem to be any sort of breaking out at the minute. Nice header there by Shumalov. Now here's Abramovich. Great ball. That is for Kaiko. 1-0. This one does count. And it puts us a goal. You're right to do a little somersault there, Kaiko. And I know again he's not been playing a lot. Great header there by Shumalov, isn't it? That's determination. He wanted that, and what a ball from Abramovich, just bending it around the defender. And then Kaiko runs in, and again he's still got quite a bit to do, but slots it past the goalkeeper, gives us the lead, and that should theoretically send us in at half time in pretty good spirits, to be honest. I mean, look at our goal difference there, plus 20. Why is there nobody in the ground still? Like, seriously, you'd get a bit, like, we can't help but feel a bit dejected at this point. Like, it's been mentioned on comments before about the fact that we don't seem to have anybody in the stands, and I genuinely don't think anybody turns up to see us, which is quite worrying, especially when, as we've discussed in previous episodes, we're paying a lot of money for rent, and whoever is our landlord gets to keep all the gate receipts, which, to be honest, I guess, in a sense, joke's on them if no one's turning up. They're not getting any gate receipts. So, yeah, it would be nice to start seeing some fans in, wouldn't it? Where are you? Let's do the Delia Smith. Let's be Avenue, other Arsenal fans. Come on, get yourselves out. Support the lads. 78 pence. That's probably like a chocolate bar in a garage these days, right? Free kick, Kaborda, good ball in. Oh, off the bar and headed away. Yeah, Kaborda now, corner. What's he gonna do? Whips it in. Goes to the back post, straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, little bit more attacking there. That's what we like. A bit more intent. Abramovich is carrying a bucket and looking pretty exhausted, to be honest. We might have to move him. We're going to bring Lovitz on. Matiash is coming on as well up front. Kaiko's done the business so far, to be honest. He's ran that. He's ran himself into the ground up top on his own. It's a thankless task, isn't it, being a solo striker, they always say. So that's a great tackle. Zukovsky, what a ball that is. Oh, Matiash is on it. Defender's not watched. Go on, Matiash. 2-0. 2-0 for the other Arsenal. And, well, there's like a whole catalogue of issues here, isn't there? That's a tackling off from Lovitz. Zukovsky with brilliant ball. And that defender just shuts off. Doesn't even acknowledge the fact the ball's gone behind him, just stops dead in his track. Matiash is away though. He's like, nah, I'm having this. Runs onto it. And again, still a lot to do to put it past the goalkeeper, but what a finish. But again, like this is showing some desire, isn't it? Matiash is through again. Oh, yes. 3-0. And again, it's another long ball and another defender who's just not watching. So Shumalov again gets in there. Zukovsky, Kabishev this time. And look, their defence just switching off when those balls come in. And that's a great finish from Matiash, to be honest. 3-0 now. And this is not flattering at all. We fully deserve this. Like, we are putting them to the sword. oh, I like this. This is what we want, innit? Not the humbling that we had last time. This is the sort of performance we expect from the other Arsenal. This is what you get Volna Pinsk. Who knows now? I suppose it's best of three, isn't it? Because they obviously won the first match. We, touch wood, gonna win this match, and it's possible that neither of us could be playing in the same league next year. I'm not saying that it's going to be us that go up. It may well be them that go up. Of course, maybe neither of us will go up, and we can replay. We can duke out our rivalry again next year. But this has been a cracking performance, a really good performance, to be honest. Because of the fact that they're where they are in the league, we've got to be happy with that. Oh, that's a cracking finish, to be honest. Minkyuk, we just even at 3-0, we can't keep a clean sheet. This is potentially a bit of an issue. I mean, it's a great strike. Don't get me wrong. You're not saving it, but it's a bit of a shame, and it takes a little bit of the shine off the win, doesn't it? 3-0, that's convincing. 3-1, if you just to read that and go, 3-1, it's, not bad. It doesn't tell the full story, to be honest. But as soon as that final whistle goes, though, we've got the 3 points in the bag, and that's exactly what it is. 3 points in the bag. Fantastic performance from the boys today. You can't really argue with that. Look at that, 11 shots, 8 on target, XG of 1.42. Quite a bit of needle in the game. Look at 26 fouls from us, 17 from them. So I think the players are buying into this rivalry. And look how contested the middle of the park was there with the heat map. Very, very tight. So you sort of expected it to be that sort of match, to be honest, where people were going to be sort of diving in and getting stuck in. So I'm happy with that, to be honest. Nice 3 points in the bag. The rivalry's now 1-1, so we've obviously got something to build on. More importantly, we're still only 4 points behind Slavia, and we're looking in that automatic promotion spot. So fingers crossed, Slutsk have overtaken Volna into third. So Volna has slipped down there, 5 points behind us. We unfortunately aren't going to. Well, we've got another league game, and then we've got the match against Dynamo Minsk. Now, we're not going to look at the league game in full. Unfortunately, because of the fact that I think the Dynamo Minsk game is probably going to be better to show, because hey, we don't get to play Dynamo Minsk every single week, do we? So what we'll do is we will quickly cut to this match here, which is Kimmich against Arsenal. Now, Matias, after his 2-goal haul, had to start against Kimmich. Lovett makes an appearance as well. Saramaka is back. Other than that, though, not a lot of change. Brinchuk is on the bench. And this is the key highlights from this game before we go to the Dynamo Minsk game. It's a long ball out. It's cut out, unfortunately. And look at this. They start to break. Long ball through. But overhit pass. Govalenko picks it up. Just drops it down. Nice big clearance. Not going to get away here. Lukiv. Lovet's chasing it down. This is what we do. Try and sort of force a mistake if we can, but it's not looking like it, is it? In fact, to be honest, it's not looking like it at all. Yakno gave the second bottom of the league side the lead. Sofian, a player who, of course, we've already seen, we looked at previously for ourselves, and I mean, that's poor, isn't it? It's poor. These are like decisions that we can't really have go against us, and I wasn't expecting to lose to second bottom in the league going into a match against Dynamo Minsk, which I know the cup's pie in the sky, like we're not going to win the cup, but this is like a big game for us. So we're playing a team in the highest league. Dynamo Minsk are a team that people have actually heard of as well, which is interesting. And Brinchuk is obviously back. Senko's back. Saramaka keeps his place. Technically, I could have got rid of the entire team off the back of that, the back of the previous result. But we have to try and put out what we feel can win the game, and this is what I feel can do the best against the opposition that's going to be put in front of us. Now, it is going to be a hard game. I'm not going to lie. What am I expecting out of it? I'm expecting quite a tough match, and I've clearly said the wrong thing. I've managed to piss everybody off, which is a bit of a bit of a worry. Look at that, fans. In fact, to be honest, and this is, you know what, Minsk taking the mick here. They've got fans, and they've actually put them one tier up. Just maybe so when it's on TV, like we don't feel as though like we don't sort of feel bad because the camera will cut and it'll still people still sat watching the TV going, oh no, yeah, there's still no fans there. No, there's loads of fans. They're up one tier higher. Yeah. So I guess we have to just try our best here. I've gone slightly more defensive, I suppose, a bit more cautious because you don't want to get hammered, do you? So you want to kind of put a bit of a defensive display in, try and see if you can nick something as the game goes on, soak up a bit of pressure. That's my thinking. Now, whether it's the right decision or not, I don't know, but that's what I'm going with. Great ball in. In fact, it's off the post, is it? Oh, are they going to get it clear? Just about. That's not ideal, is it? A little bit of luck there. Great ball in, back post and headed over the top. Think maybe sitting back is not the way to do this. It doesn't come naturally to us, I don't think. So that's also potentially a worry if the players aren't happy sitting back. No real surprise that our XG is pretty low. We're not really getting forward and creating much. We are sitting back and soaking up the pressure. But to be honest, looking at that though, they're on like a 0.63 XG, so we are restricting them to chances where they're not expecting to score. So defensively, we're doing all right, to be honest. They are getting chances, but they're certainly not clear cut. They look like they've changed formation. They've gone sort of a 5-2-3 maybe. We're still fairly rigid, but a bit less cautious. Let's see if we can sort of start to grow into the game a little bit. Have we got a bit more confidence maybe? Can we do something? We're going to have a go at some point in the second half. And I think the fact as well that it's ticking through with not a lot of highlights suggests, in a really weird way, that we're doing all right. So because it's not constantly cutting to highlights, if it's just ticking on the background, that's fine. We're just playing it out as we are. These two sort of defensive midfielders you've got, this one sort of holding midfielder as well. That seems to be working so far. Although we probably do need to make a change. And again, because we can only change youngsters for youngsters, Senko doesn't quite fit there. He might have to fit there. Roshkov, maybe? Yeah, let's get Roshkov. Come on, he's got the experience. He knows what to do at this sort of in this sort of level, doesn't he? Or am I not sure? I'm still not sure. Let's mix it up. Let's go for it. Come on. What's that? 20 minutes to go. Might as well. Like, what's the worst that can happen, right? If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. We might as well give it a go. Yeah. If we win, then we have that story, don't we? We have the underdog story. But if we go out and we lose 3-0, then so what? We're expected to go out. So let's at least have a bit of a go, shall we? Blinking now. Senko, Kovalevich, Senko. Go on, mate. Push it forward. Lovely ball. Oh no! You've got to be kidding. Oh, offside. I mean, yeah, like a mile off, but still. What a finish, though. Oh, what about that? That would have been the story, wouldn't it? Oh! I mean, you talk about stories. Like, seconds after we've had a goal chalked off, what's Govalenko doing? What's he doing? That's awful. Has he just let the ball through his hands? Oh, Nearly a second. Like, you know what? Like, I don't know what to say now, to be honest. Like, because I thought after we had the ball in the net, I thought, you know what, that's pretty impressive. Obviously, you know, they've gone straight down the other end and scored and sort of capitalised on a mistake, but it sucks, doesn't it? It's a bit of a shame, that, to be honest. I thought we've been playing all right here, and then we've been sucker punched. I mean, not sucker punched. When you look at the stats, we've been massively outplayed. If anything, us scoring would have been the sucker punch. But you can't help but feel deflated once you've seen the ball in the net. You know, irrespective of whether we deserve to be in the game or not. Great save. That, to be honest, we should have been out of it at that point. Yeah, I guess we just try and mix things up and change systems and throw everything. Why not just throw everything now? Get the ball up and out and as far forward as you can, as quick as you can. Just see what we can do. See if we can do anything. 3 minutes. What's the worst that can happen in 3 minutes? You know? So what? They might score a second goal. Big deal. You know, let's just do it. Let's go for it. Come on. Long ball football, lads. That's what we'll do. Long ball football. Put the pressure on them. Put them on their back line. That's hit the woodwork and gone over. That's not quite what we were hoping for. Seconds to go now, and I think this is going to be it, isn't it? Are we over? Yes. I can't really be upset, to be honest. We set out defensively. We performed pretty defensive. They came at us, which we expected. We nearly took the lead, despite the fact we were way offside. They then went down the other end and just scored. Am I disappointed? In a sense, yes. Did the players play well? Yes. Do we have to just turn our attentions back to the league now? Absolutely. Absolutely we do. Because I think how we've performed so far this season, the cup was never on the cards, but the league is definitely what we need to be doing. So we need to go back, finish the job on the league. You know, there's enough games left for us to do it. I think we can still get promoted. So let's focus on that. That's what we need to do now. Regroup, come back, win some league games, really start to put pressure at the top of the league, and hopefully look for a promotion party at the end of the season. So that's it. It's done and dusted. Dynamo Minsk have beaten us 1-0. If you've enjoyed the video, obviously do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as well, and hit your notifications on. Of course, any comments do leave below, particularly any reaction to the Volna Pinsk result. And of course, as I say, we'll be back very, very shortly with another video of the Journeyman. We will see you very, very soon.